let's get these out of the way. Start working on them. Do I have them all? I do. These are too tight. They really shouldn't be up there. Those are too tight to be up there. Alright, we're going to straighten these out a little bit. Even this one. I'm going to tell you something. For the money they charge for this, this is such a piece of shit. Alright, let me get a pair of cutters. I think I have it here. I do. So let's get this out of here. What? Alright. Whatever it was she said. I think she said she was going to take a shower. Okay. So, let's take these off. And these off. Okay, so now I can reroute these so they're not being pulled on. This one and this one are tugging against another set of wires, and they're putting pressure on one another. This is the biggest piece of shit that I've seen put together. They put a lot of time into what it does, but they put no time into the neatness, the quality control, the preventive maintenance. They just didn't give a shit. That's all there is to it. Because they got wires that are pulling on other wires there shouldn't be. White and black. Okay, those are good. Okay, that one's good, that one's good. The yellow one is now good. The two blues are good. And the white and black are good. Alright. Oh, I hit the camera. I did. Where can I put thy camera? Wait a minute. I don't think that's going to help. Maybe. This is a light that I did hook up over here, but I don't know if it's finished. Okay, so here's a blue, here's a blue. Now, I can do this the easy way and use butt connectors. But then I got to worry about them. Stop that. I should get the good pair of strippers. Then I got to worry about them coming loose, filling up with corrosion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solder and heat shrink. I should go get the other strippers because these strippers suck. I find these to be the best, just that these are old. Okay, so now let's take care of this one. This is a blue one. The oil compressor kicked on. That shouldn't be kicking on. I thought I found a leak, but apparently I hadn't. That blue. The white one? The white one, I'll say, the white one. Now if I wanted to take more wire off, there's another way of doing this. But I'm going to solder it, so, and heat shrink it, so I'm not too concerned. What I am doing right now, I'm just bringing them together and twisting them into one another. And the yeller, the old yeller. Alright. I got them all. Time to get the solder on. Okay, some solder. Solder. I haven't used this solder gun in a long time. Here it comes. This is a little overkill on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. White one. Okay, unplug this, get it out of the way so I don't put it on the fiberglass. Alright, now, what do I need? I need heat shrink. I'll be back. Stop moving around. Do it. Yeah, alright, that should work. Alright, let's run some of this down here. Be a little generous with it. I always like to go a little over, I mean like more than normal, because if it does shrink up on you, you really don't want to have to worry about going back. Careful that too much. Okay. You know what? Let me use a little bit heavier one. Not that it's bigger, it's just that it's thicker wall. That's if this will work. This may not go enough. I told you, I used to drive my uncle nuts. My uncle worked at Yale on the, what are you doing here? On the Atom Smasher, which is off of, well, it's not off of, it runs right alongside of Whitney Avenue. And he used to keep telling me that how to use heat shrink, and I used to hang around with him in the shop. He's kind of the one that got me involved with a lot of this. And they never had any real formal training on this. Self-taught, and well, let me see. I think I was 22 when he died. So it was about 50 years ago, 51 years ago. Anyway, I didn't have him anymore, so everything after that has been self-taught. And even when I was with him a lot, you know, it wasn't every day. I may see him once or twice a week, you know, for 2 or 3 hours. and whatever he was working on, I'd be out there asking questions. Don't be a pain in the ass kid. But meanwhile, he kept talking about how the heat shrink has a memory. It remembers its original shape. When you heat it up, that's what it does. This one's not going to work. Too small. Now, he was also a little bit into the Bible, religion. I don't like that one. Okay. I'll put another one on that with it. So now when he starts talking to me about how this heat shrink has a memory, I said, well, if it has a memory, does that mean that it has a soul? If it can remember its original shape, and that's what you're telling me it's doing, that means it has a mind? I mean, you know, come on, let's talk about this. Why used to get him so confused? Because the more he talked about it, the more confusing I would make it for him. And I enjoyed every minute of it. Okay, let's put the flux back. Alright, so every one of those connectors has been twisted together, soldered, and heat shrink. Yeah. Now, I want to see, I can probably just bring them through this opening, but I do want to put some type of a restrictor on them so that they don't pull out of the board. So we have this one. I'm going to leave the connections inside the box, help it as much as I can. I mean, it has a lot of openings, but at least it's not going to be totally exposed. And after this, I have to get in there with the blower. Okay, now, those black wires right there would be a good wire to use to tie these to. Because that black wire is a good connected stiff wire. And I really don't want to drill a hole. And I don't want to wrap it through here and have the wire tie coming over the top. Because then when you put the top down, strong possibility it'll start pushing on it. I should have a couple wire ties right here. I'm going to use thin ones if I want to. There's a good one. So they got none of this shit wired tight. I'm just going to gather all this right here, grab it all. Now, I have this relay sitting over here that I have to worry about because it has some bareness. And we don't want any bareness. I may just change those ends. I think it went here. How come there's no yeah, it did. How come there's no what you call it here for? Alright, I gotta get some ends because I got to do this. I got to do this. Okay. No, we don't. going to use the blues. The blues. That one. This one. Well, my glasses were fitted. They should go out tomorrow. What's today? Tuesday. I'll probably see him this time next week. I was talking with Linda today. She's the receptionist that's been there. You know, she takes care of putting the orders in. She deals with the insurance companies. You know, she does a lot. I said to her, Liz, I'm going to ask you a question. If you don't want to answer it, I understand. Don't feel obligated. Fire away. I said, all the glasses that are on the wall, because he sells glasses, I says, are those floor planned or does he have to pay for those? You don't know. The salesman comes in once a week, shows him the product, and whatever he wants, he has to pay for it. I said, so they don't floor plan this stuff? No. He goes, why? I said, because no matter which one of these stores, eyeglass places that I go to, you know, eye doctor, well, he's not a doctor, but he's an optometrist. Yeah, you know what I mean. And even the eye doctors, you know, they always have that little eye center, you know, store in there because they want to make money on selling you the frames and things as well. Yeah. I said, well, how come none of them ever carry anything that's kind of on the large size? He goes, well, what do you mean? I said, well, I always went through just about every glass you have here while I was waiting for the doctor to come out. I says, in the largest frame you have, as far as the eyeglass, the actual physical glass part, meaning here to here, and here to here. Here to here, the largest they have is a 58 to a 59. I says, none of those are going to fit a large person. And even some of the smaller people still want a larger frame. You know, well, they buy these. I said, well, they're buying them because they have no other choice but to buy. You know, a lot of them come in here, they just want to buy. You know, and be done with it. One-stop shop. So they're settling for seconds. Okay, purple, blue, white. For some reason, I'm thinking I'm missing a wire. Two blue, yeah, I got the two blue. Yellow, purple, and white. Let me find the old fuse box. Let me find the old... No. I see. Okay. They have one of them coming out of here, right here, as an independent. Da-da-da-da. Okay. Right down here, which was kind of stupid. Okay. I mean, look what they did here. This is all invitation for a short. This was all in here. Now, if you blow a fuse, you can't get into this box because there's a top screwed into it from the outside. The only way to get to this box is to take the whole top off. And to do that, sometimes you even have to worry about unplugging this plug over here that's got 37 pins in it. And not everybody's going to realize that it doesn't just plug in, it catches, and then as you screw it, it brings it down. So they have to go through all that to change a fuse. They can't even check to see if the fuse is bad, because you can't see them. So what I did was I took this one, I'm bringing it to the outside. This one has a cover that goes over it once I get the fuses in it. It takes a blade fuse, which in my opinion is a much better fuse than this, less chances of shorts. And then it has one connection here, and if a fuse blows, the light will light up. Ah, makes sense, huh? Makes sense to me anyway. All right, it looks like we're gonna have a battery issue here, so hold on a minute. I need to find the charger. The charger, I say. I need to find the charger. That's it? Nope, that's not it, but I'm glad I found that. This is a simple find here. What seems to be a problem? Huh. Gotta be around here someplace. Hold on. Well, it seems like I can't find the charger, so I may have to shut you guys down for a minute. Put you on a quick charge. Do what we gotta do. We gotta do what we gotta do. I thought I had it right here. Apparently I don't. So anyway, I had, let's take you over here and charge you up real quick. Alright, so instead of wherever the hell it went, so I just wrote it. I just had it. This and this have to go forward. Huh. Did I put it in one of these drawers? By mistake? No. 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 Am I looking right? Oh, I know where it is. Okay. So instead of having this fuse box with all these open power lines down in there and connected, where you couldn't get to it, couldn't even see it. So if you blew a fuse, you'd have no idea what's wrong with it. So what I had done was I lengthened the wires, I brought them through a piece of loom, and I put in this box out here. So now it's got the blade fuses. If a fuse blows, it'll light up on whatever fuse it is. And we're all done, nicey, and it's outside the box, so you can get to it by opening up the back of that. That should have been done in the beginning. So, you know, from the day they built this thing. Now, we still have a plug here that I don't know where it goes. We have a plug here that I don't know where it goes. And there's a plug here with a very long wire on it, which I believe will probably end up going I don't know where. Oh, it goes to a light. It goes to a light back there. Right there. So, okay, yeah, I even marked it. Hello. Rear light. It's a running light. Okay. So anyway, I think I got that a lot neater looking, a lot better looking. It's loomed. We don't have to worry about the wire chafing, shorting out. I loomed it in here to get it over this piece so that we didn't have to worry about it rubbing against that. I wire tied it so it's all tied together so it can't pull on any of the wires that are actually connected. So I think we're pretty well set. I just have to get this in place. I got to change the ends. I don't like those two ends. I want them to be protected. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to bolt it up in here someplace, I think. It was down up in here, but I don't know. I don't know. You know, you want to try to not have it to where it's going to have problems. We'll see what happens. Alright, so for most part, I'm done for today. So, let me take this with me. Dinner's done.